So as much as I love the OG Scream and I'm a huge fan of it, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Cabin of the Woods is also one of my favorite movies of all time, and I think it is absolutely brilliant. And I think it is the ultimate I hate the word meta, but it's what they call it these days, but it's the ultimate horror meta movie for me, where it's, a parody of itself while being a parody of like every other horror movie that came before it. And of course, they couldn't fit in every single trope and everything, but holy hell, they did such a good job getting so many things in there and having it turn out as good as it did. It doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't feel forced. I just think it's such a brilliant movie in general. Hilarious. And, as a horror fan, watching it is so much fun. I think it's one of, if not the most fun horror movie of all time, because it's like it was made for horror fans, it was made for us. So I think that's why we love it so much. But anyway, to answer your question, when it comes down to it, I think Cabin in the Woods is unbeatable when it comes to meta and parodying horror while also still being legit horror at the same time. So the cast is great. I mean, we have baby Chris Hemsworth, which is delightful, and everyone is so well cast, and they play their stereotypical trope horror movie characters really, really well. So I think that's a big part of why Cabin in the Woods is so good. But I have to say that for me, it comes down to the writing and producing, and we can hand that to Drew Goddard and Joss Whedon. I mean, Drew was a writer for Lost and Cloverfield, and Joss Whedon, we all know he has a huge pedigree. So really, everything came together super well. But for me, the main thing that made Cabin in the Woods as great and wonderful as it is, and so far holding up to the test of time, because it was back in 2011, I think, that it came out, and it's still just as relevant today as it was then. I think we got to hand that to Drew Goddard and Joss Whedon. My favorite thing about the Cabin in the Woods is the quote unquote the organization and all of the players in the organization. Richard Jenkins and Bradley Whitford are hilarious, and they play off of each other so perfectly. Those scenes in particular, I just like get such a kick out of them, and it's so clever. The entire concept is just absolutely brilliant. And then of course Sigourney, I mean, like slap in the face with glee, hearing that voice and knowing exactly who it is. I absolutely love that part as well. So yeah, they knocked it out of the park with Cabin in the Woods. To be honest, it's in a league all its own. Nothing else is really quite like it, and I love that about it. It's so unique. My single favorite scene in Cabin in the Woods can be summed up in one word: merman. My second favorite scene is the opening scene, because it makes you think as a viewer for a second, like, did I put on the wrong movie? And I love that.